Very good. Now that we are done reading through this, let's go back from the beginning. Let's work on some things. Can I have right from the beginning just strings, please? Ready? Good, thank you. Now, before we move on, strings, can you all be on the lower half of the bow? This way we can play da-da-da-dee, and we can save as much. So try not to pass the middle of the bow, so that when you do the recovery to play the up bow, there's no accent. So dee-dee-dee-dee, stay there, da-da-da-da. If you're in the tip, you have a bigger road to travel with your bow. One more time, please. Excellent. Now let's try one more time without making an accent. Dee-dee-dee-dee. Without the yank on the end. Ready? And one. If I get a little anticipated, I'm going to cut and yes, excellent. One last thing. On the second fermata, we have the tendency of fade. I have a decrescendo on the fermata. There's no decrescendo. So D, sustain the note, and ta, sustain it. And then we have subito piano. It has to be almost schizophrenic of how different personality will be from one to the other. Bipolar, that's the word. Can we go one more time with everyone now? From the beginning, please. Excellent. I still have a after the two fermatas, I don't feel like we're soft enough. Not only that, after we play a couple measures soft, we have the tendency to do the crescendo. So can we please play as soft as possible all the way up to measure 36? 36 is when you should have the first indications of a crescendo there. And the reason why he's doing this is because he wants to play with your expectation. So in metaphorically speaking, the dee-dee-dee-da will be like an oppressor theme, and then the other ones are like conspiracy, you know, like people going dee-dee-dee-da, and then all of a sudden you have that insurgence of the oppressive again. So to have that effect, we really have to make a huge dynamic contrast. Can we go every time from the beginning, please? Ready? And save it. No. Excellent. A couple, much better. The crescendo, you holding the crescendo. It's really need the idea of hold that of the crescendo. Make the audience beg for it. You know, like they hear it coming. So the longer you prolong it, more the expectation builds up and more interesting musically becomes. So hold it until the very last moment. Also, the instruments that are going to help us doing a very interesting crescendo here is going to be at 34 horns, and then at 36 oboe and bassoon. If you guys can add a crescendo to those notes, so you start soft and you're literally going to have whoa, whoa, and that effect, in addition with everybody else, we give a really neat crescendo. Can we go from the fermata after 39? Right after the fermata of 39. So that is, it's first violin, seconds, 39. Sorry, my bad. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25.
Okay.
Ready, 25. Ready. Thank you. Very good. One more last detail. Once we start on measure 44, I would like to ask the winds if you guys could please add a decrescendo in every 4 measures. So you have pa and get out of the way. That's also for strings, with the exception of first violin. You guys keep consistently. But second violin, cello, viola, bass, you can ta and get out of the way. Then you have 4 measures of that, correct? Then you have a repeating figure of that again at measure 48. So forte, almost a forte piano. That's the idea that I want. I want you guys to get out of the way so we can hear the first violinist. And then we're not going to do 3 times the same thing, right? So we're going to do ta decrescendo first time, pa second time decrescendo. On the 3rd time, I want everybody to sustain the forte. This way we make like a bigger arc of the musical idea. Can we go right from there? Measure 44. 44. 1 for nothing. Actually 2 for nothing. 1 and. Now. Excellent. One more time. That was much better. We can still exaggerate that a little bit. Also, right after that, horn, don't slow down. We're going to do with no slowing down the tempo. One more time, same place, measure 44. 1 and. Now sustain. And D. A couple ideas over here. Can I have second violins and violas, please? Measure 63. And the reason why I'm asking this is that I would like to add a little bit more character to this accompaniment. Instead of being very plain, can we add a little emphasis on the first of every 2 measures? So, ta-dee, ti-dum, ta-dee, ti-dum. And then that will add a lighter character. It's a little reminiscent from the classical period. Obviously, Beethoven is a transition between classical and romantic. And you still have these little hints of the classical period, so that tapering, ta-dee-dum, and then after bassoon, which is not over here today, but also would mirror that. Ready? Can I have just those people? Seconds and violas measure 63. And it's super soft. Ready? And. Thank you. That was good. Now can we move our bows closer to the fingerboard so we can get a more shady, more ethereal kind of sound? Delicate at the background. Ready? 1, yeah. Very good. Can I have now first violins and and you guys are the opposite. I do not want any inflection on that melody. Like a straight line, consistent because your arc is not every 2 measures. Your arc is going to be passing around that melody with winds, which we can also include in this. Can I also have clarinet and flute when you guys have that? So 63, first violins, clarinet, and flute. Ready? 1 and. Very good, very good. So I still don't feel like we're passing around that melody. I hear this, then this, and then this. Try to connect those phrases. Make it just a tiny little bit longer so that you feel that connection, like you're passing the melody to the next person. One more time, same people, ready, and. Excellent. Very good. Now this is for everybody. Before we go back and measure 83, can everybody please add a subito piano over there? Whatever dynamic you have, I want everyone to have a subito piano over there because that's going to initiate a crescendo. It's going to go all the way up to the fortissimo. You see that? And then we have to gradually pace that. So start your crescendo on the lower end of that musical phrase, not on the very beginning. Save it as much as you can. Can I have everybody from A? A is a good spot. B. Letter A, everybody. Ready, and. Now super piano. Save it. Save it. Oh yeah. More. So if you guys noticed at measure 110, we're going to have the same relationship that we had on measure 44, except that now you guys reversed roles.
Piano, you mean?
So basically, strings now you have T and get out of the way, let the winds have that descending lines. And then the same thing, we're going to do the first time, descending line with the crescendo. Second time, descending line with the crescendo. Third time, let's make it interesting. Hold that forte. Da-da-da-dum. Da-da-da-dum. Okay, very good. Can we go, let's see. Let's do the crescendo again, measure 83.
Okay.
Just maybe hold it. Tease the audience. Don't let them beg for the crescendo. 1 and. Thank you. With me. I'm slightly faster than you guys. 1 and. Thank you. That was good. I think one thing that was going to help us a lot is that 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. 105 wins when you have those chords. Yum, bum, ping. Sorry, wrong measure. 110, 11, 12. 112. Don't make it so short and dry. Avoid the pom, pom, pom. That extra length, like not extra because it's the actual length of the note, but making it actual, not so dry and resonant, more resonant, will help us move forward a little bit. Ta, ti, ta. If you do ta, ta, it's like you're slowing down. Same place, please. 83. 1 and. can I hear, please, cello and bass measure 142? And let's make sure that that crescendo is really there. Now, this is one of the exceptions. I do want the crescendo as it's written. So, you really have to do a crescendo over there. And then later on, measure 150. That's the same thing for first and second violins. You see that crescendo? That's extremely important to come out of the texture. It's a new material, kind of, sort of, so it's really important to bring that out a little bit. Can I have just cellos and bass, please? Right on, 142. Ready, and... One more time, careful the wrong notes. One more time. Ready, and... Good, we have the notes. We don't have the crescendo yet. One more time, it has to be very exaggerated. Ready, and... Excellent. Now let's see your mirror over here. 150. And then subito piano. 150. Have the G.
Right there.
Got it? One and. Thank you. It will help if we start less. One more time. Ready. Good. The piano comes a little late. You guys attack the note and then the crescendo. Yeah, the piano. It has to be da 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 da. It's like almost those Looney Tune TV shows that I used to watch when I was a kid, when like the character is running towards a cliff and all of a sudden the cliff disappears and he keeps running. That's what you guys are doing right now. I want actual real physics. So when you run out of cliff, you have to drop it, okay? Not just keep running and then when you realize it's too late, and then you fall. One more time, please. Violins, 150. Ready. Yes, excellent. Everybody, from the 125, after the repeat. Same deal. Let's go 158. Can we add a subito piano over there too?
Careful here.
And it's the same deal. We're going to have a crescendo all the way up to letter B. So plan ahead that you don't go all out right in the first 2 or 3 measures. Save it, okay? Same deal. 158, please. Actually, sorry. Same place. Let's hear from the second, after the repeat. I still feel like we slowed down a little bit. There's a lot of symphony to go through. Well, let's not start slowing down now. 125. And we do not have an oboe today, but let's move on. Good, good. Let's go right after the fermata, the oboe fermata, where first violins come in. That is measure 68, 69, 269. Correct?
Right here.
Okay. 269, right after the oboe cadenza. 1 and. So you guys are already like what, fortissimo, and we still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, at least 7 or 8 measures before we actually give our loudest. So save it. Then we have the first. It makes much more sense musically and much more appealing to the audience than just these like isolated little phrases. So let's try to make that a whole big chunk of information. Same place, please. Right after the oboe cadenza / fermata. Let's try to save time by applying the same concepts that we did in the beginning. We do the same equivalent now. So, tira, 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 tira. Can we go?
You don't want the first violins to decrescendo?
No, first violins do not do decrescendo. No, everybody else does. If you have the, because you already have the descending lines, and then the register will do a slight decrescendo for yourself. So no, keep that over there. We do want to hear you guys on that. Let's go same place. Right after the oboe cadenza one more time. Let's try to focus on keeping. It's the tendency is whenever we do a beautiful piano dynamic, we either slow down or we make it mushy. So we need to figure out a way of doing the articulation still crisp and agile, but within a piano context. Okay, so one more time. 268. Sorry, 269. One. Thank you. One more time. My bad. One more time. 1 and. Da 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 do ti do. the measure number for that, please? 390. Okay, so let's go from letter E. Letter E. Letter E, please. 1 and. And what? Thank you. One more time. Now without me saying it. So I'm not gonna conduct that, and I'm gonna 1. Ta 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 ta. Okay. Ready? Letter E as in elephant. 1 and. And. Thank you. That was good. Write that on that measure. 399, 390, 400. Da 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 da. Sorry, my handwriting. 398. Da 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 da. Ti da. Let's try to avoid to do da di da. It loses the accent in the first note. So da 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 ta ti ta. It's okay if you don't do the whole value of the note within a context. Ta ti ta. Okay, one more time. Can I hear just those guys? Violas and cello, please. 398. Ready? And. I still feel like it's sustained, and if you sustain the note, we lose the attacca of the accent. Ta 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 ta, ti, ta, ta, and use both speed to ta, and then as you slow down, it gives that little space that I'm asking for. So ta, ti, ta. One more time, same people. And. Yes. It might sound weird out of context right now, but when we put within the context, sounds really good. Same place, letter E. What measure is that? F. Can we go before F?
That's for.
Yeah, let's go from F. F is a good place. Let's try not to slow down. Whenever we have the da da dee da da da, try not to slow down, except at the very end of the phrase where I'm going to do to wrap that idea. That wasn't very clear, but you guys are going to see when I say letter F. Let's measure 30, 31, 32, 39. 439. Can we please add a crescendo, especially timpani, before the end on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7-ish before the end. Bum, 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 bum. Good. That wasn't exactly the spot I wanted. Let me see if I can find 423. Yes. Can you go from 423, please? 1 and. A slight accent, da da dia, da dia, dia, dia. It's the for winds. It's the equivalent of bow speed. Dia, da da dia, da da dia. Same place. 1. We must confuse the audience at this point, and they've been hearing this over and over and over. We need to make this very special. This coda particularly special when D. And then we come up. Right after the fermata, please. Right after the fermata, second violin entrance. That is 72, 73, 74, 75. You guys know where. Ready? Yes, very good. Let me see how we are in time. Yes, we are out of time. Thank you very much. We're going to continue rehearsing the other movements after the break. Thank you.